welcome to my channel. Last Friday we had some guests over and I made all this delicious food. Of course, I had to share the recipes with you guys because I tried to come up with a menu that doesn't require us in the kitchen entire day. So I thought it can be helpful to you guys because Christmas, New Year is just around the corner. So next time when you have a get together, do try these recipes. Let me know what you guys think of it. And before we start the recipes, I do have one announcement, and that is I do want to do giveaway on my channel because you guys been so supportive. It's time for me to give back now. But I'm gonna have all that information in my next video because I know in this video you just want to see the recipe and not hear about anything else. So let's get started. So let's start cooking first with this appetizer. I call this Pack Kebab just because it literally takes 10 minutes to make it. All the ingredients that goes in here easily can be found at home. So for that, first of all, we need fresh breadcrumbs. Take regular white bread, take off the brown side, put it in the blender, blend it, and that's it. Your breadcrumbs is all done. Next, I'm adding chana dal. This is regular masala chana dal, can be found at any Indian grocery store. It gives really good crunch to this kebab. And next I'm gonna add chopped onions. Once you see this recipe, I'm sure you guys will say that you haven't seen this kind of recipe before, but once you try it, once you make it, I'm sure you guys will love it. Next, I'm adding some chopped cilantro as well as salt. Salt, you want to be careful here because chana dal already has it, as well as we're gonna add some sauce in it. Next, I'm adding green chilies as well as some plain yogurt and rice flour. Now let's say for some reason once you bind it, it's not coming together. That means you need to add more rice flour into it, and you can't even bind it, you can form the tiki out of it, then you need to add more yogurt. So that consistency, you just need to play with it a little bit, but rice flour will give really good crunch to this tiki, as well as it will be working as a binding agent here. So I'm just gonna add that, and then that's it. You just want to go ahead and mix everything properly and then form the tiki out of it. So here all my tikis are done and I'm gonna deep fry them now. So for that I do have plain rice flour. I'm gonna gently roll the tiki into the flour, tap them so that way there is no any excess flour, and then deep fry it. Once you are done deep frying, you can stop at this point and you can serve this tiki with the ketchup or the chutney. But I'm gonna take it to the next level and I'm gonna show you how I serve it to my guest, because when you serve individually it looks elegant and it feels like there's lots of thought goes behind it. So that's how I'm gonna serve it to my guest, and I'll show you how I do it. So in this bowl I do have ketchup, into that adding chili garlic sauce. So the ratio should be 1 cup ketchup to 2 or 3 tablespoon chili garlic sauce. Mix everything, keep it on one side. Into this second bowl I have lettuce, shredded carrot, cucumber, salt and pepper. Mix everything. And since I'm serving individually, first of all I'm gonna take this small cute cup, into that adding this salad, and then we'll top it with the tiki. You want to do this step right before you are ready to serve, otherwise kebab will not have that crunchiness in it. So here in a bowl I'm taking a little bit of ketchup mixture, into that adding 1 kebab, coat really very well with it, and then transfer that into cup, and you can serve this just like this. But I'm gonna take it to the next level and adding some papad crunch on top of that. You can add potato chips, but with the papad it tastes much better. So this is it guys, that's how I serve my appetizer. And as you see, doesn't take much time to make it, but it tastes really good. So that was my Pack Kebab. I hope you guys make this recipe and let me know what you guys think of this. First of all, we're gonna make vegetable makhanwala. For that, I do have oil heating up. Once the oil is hot, I'm gonna add chopped potatoes and we're gonna cook this potato until they are 75% done. On this other side, in a pan, do have a oil. In there, I'm gonna add bigger pieces of paneer. Now you can skip this step. If not, you can cut the paneer into small cubes and then make them crunchy. But just making them into bigger pieces, it makes job easier. So once the potato is almost done, as you can see here, I'm gonna add other vegetables. In this sabji, you can add any kind of vegetables that you like. Here I have carrot, green peas, cauliflower, and different color bell pepper. So cauliflower and the carrot, I boiled them until they were about 20% done. So at this point, they still have the crunch in it, and that's what we wanted. We don't want to cook them completely. So now I'm gonna add salt to taste. I'm also adding kitchen king masala to this vegetables because when we eat the vegetables, we do want some flavor in it. Otherwise क्या होगा कि जब आप ये vegetables खाओगे तो flavorless होगा, खाली बस एक boiled vegetables का जो taste होता है वही होगा और वो तो बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लगता है. तो ये step बहुत ज़रूरी है. And also to this paneer, I'm gonna add salt to taste as well as the kitchen king masala. So paneer also can get some flavor too. So once the vegetable and the paneer is done, I'm gonna prepare gravy for it. So here in a pan, I took butter. This is low fat butter. Instead of butter, you can always use ghee, and this is the chili oil. You can use any kind of oil, but chili oil has that spiciness in it. That's the reason I'm using it. And combination of oil as well as the butter taste really good. Next, I'm gonna add chopped onion. I'm gonna cook the onion for about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna add chopped garlic as well as the green chilies. Green chilies, you can add it according to your taste, and usually vegetable makhanwala is not that spicy, but I'm just making like a medium spicy here. Once everything is cooked for about a minute or so, I'm gonna add chopped tomatoes. Now, if you have a fresh tomato, you can add that. I didn't have that, so that's the reason I'm using canned tomatoes. And I like canned tomato because it gives really good vibrant red color to the gravy. I'm gonna cook the tomato until oil is not separated, and as you can see, vegetables is done also. To make this gravy rich and thick, I'm adding some cashews in it, as well as I'm gonna add all the dry spices at this point, like dhania jeera powder, haldi powder, red chili powder. Mix everything and let it cook until oil is not separated. It will take about 5 minutes or so. And then I'm gonna transfer all this into the blender, add a little bit of water in it so that way I can blend everything very easily. After blending it, I'm gonna transfer that into this pan. In this pan, as you see, I'm not adding any ghee or oil. I'm also adding salt to taste as well as this half and half. Now, if you're in India, you can add fresh malai into this. Half and half is basically full fat milk, and cook this until oil is not separated. So it will take about 5 minutes or so. And then I'm gonna add my secret ingredients. Are you guys ready? This is it, guys. Cream of mushroom soup. I just have no word other than that telling you to try this recipe once and then tell me, because whoever tried this recipe at my house, they always ask me that, Ami, which restaurant did you buy this sabji from? It is that good, guys. मुझे यहाँ बैठ के मेरे ही खाने की तारीफ नहीं करनी है, otherwise you guys will say that she's crazy. But yes, if you want to say that, I'm okay with it. But do try this recipe, guys. It is so good. And here I'm adding garam masala, also kitchen king masala, and kasuri methi. Next, I will be adding all the vegetables as well as paneer. So paneer, basically I cut that into small cubes. And the other main ingredients in this recipe is the pineapple. you cannot make this sabji without the pineapple. So I do have fresh pineapple, which I cut it into small cubes, and that also I'm gonna add it in here. So I'm gonna let this simmer for about a minute or so. As you can see, everything looks so perfect. So next time when you make this recipe, tag me on Instagram, Facebook, or simply send the picture. And this is it, guys. Our vegetable makhanwala is all done. So next I will prepare Kadhi Pakoda. For that, first of all, here I have chickpea flour, that is besan, adding plain yogurt into it, whisk both of them together and then add water to it. And then I'm gonna use the hand blender just to make sure that there is no any lumps in it. Just to make it easy for you guys, I'm keeping all the recipes together. Otherwise, you can see in the back that I still have the vegetables there. So that means vegetable makhanwala was not done at that point. So here I add salt to taste as well as red chili powder and the haldi powder. I'm adding just a little bit of citric acid, that is the nimbu full, just so I have a tartness into this kadhi. If your yogurt is sour, then you don't need to add that. But my yogurt was not sour at all. That's the reason I added. And now I'm making tadka for the curry. So here I add ghee. Any kind of curry, whenever I make it, either Gujarati curry or this one, I always make it with the ghee because that tastes really good. Next, I will add cumin seed, little bit of asafoetida, that is the hing, and the curry patta. Also adding some red chilies. This is the whole red chilies. Next, I will add the curry batter which we prepare and let that simmer on medium flame for about 10 minutes or so. And you do want to keep stirring it in between. So once the curry is simmering on the other side, I'm gonna prepare the batter for pakoda. So here I have chickpea flour, that is the besan, adding salt to taste, as well as all the dry spices like haldi powder, red chili powder, just a little bit of asafoetida, that is the hing, and this is totally optional, but it tastes really good with the chopped onion. So that's what I'm adding here, as well as chopped green chilies. That is also optional. But when you bite into the pakoda and that spiciness is so good, that's the reason I'm adding it. And this is the another secret ingredients, that is the kasuri methi, just a little bit, not too much. Also adding little bit oil, mix everything very well. After that, I'm gonna add water and just make the pakoda batter out of it. ये कढ़ी पकोड़े ना मेरे मोस्ट फेवरेट डिश है और यहाँ पे हमारे थोड़े फ्रेंड्स हैं जो दिल्ली से है तो जब भी मैं उनको डिनर के लिए इनवाइट करती हूँ हमेशा वो बोलते हैं कि अम्मी तुझे जो बनाना है ना तू बना ले पर बस ये मेक श्योर कि तू कढ़ी चावल बनाए तो सबके फेवरेट हो गए ये कढ़ी पकोड़े. So before frying pakoda, I'm gonna add just a pinch of baking soda into the batter, mix everything very well, and then I'm gonna deep fry them. The reason we want to add the baking soda into it so then pakoda becomes soft from inside. And at this point, I'm not gonna add the pakoda into the kadhi. I will add it before we are ready to eat. Otherwise, it's got soggy. So here, as you can see, kadhi is simmering, pakoda is ready. And this time when I went to Indian store, I found this small popper. So I thought let me try it and see how it will be, but they taste so good. I tried to roast them in the microwave. It didn't work out properly, so I deep fried them and this is how it looks like. Before serving curry pakoda, I made one more tadka for it, and in this one I have ghee, cumin seed, red chili powder, as well as the whole red chili. I add that into the curry, cover that, and then also I add all the pakoda into it. And I'm sorry I don't have the final picture for this because by that time guests were there. But that's it, the curry pakoda is all done. So last but not the least, we're gonna make everyone most favorite dessert, and that is the Italian cream salad. So for that, I do have the whipped cream. In that, I'm adding condensed milk. Italian cream salad is not overly sweet, so I'm adding half can, and you want to gently fold it. This technique, what I'm doing here, it is called folding. You don't want to mix it because as you see, whipped cream do have the air in it, so it is nice and fluffy. If you mix it, you won't have that fluffiness in there. So you want to gently fold everything, and then after that, you can add any kind of fruits that you like in here. The only thing you want to add the fruits before you are ready to serve, mix everything, and this is it, guys. So my cream salad is ready. You can simply serve just like this, but I like to serve it in this individual cute small cups. So that's what I'm gonna do it here, and then top it with the cherry, and that's about it. I was actually gonna add pomegranate seeds in there because it gives really good crunch, but I couldn't find it. If you can find it, do add it. It gives crunch as well as different color. So this is it, friends. This is my dessert, and I don't have final picture of all the food on the table, but these are the things I made it for my guest. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.